haven't stopped for 88 days. I did not need a rest day. My body has not failed me.
When Amanda came to Seek to Do More, she wasn't just trying to get stronger. No, she was trying to come back to life after a heart condition pretty much took everything that she loved, from running to hiking mountains, and ultimately her self-belief in her body. This left her feeling stuck. She was unsure if she could ever trust her body again to go into the mountains. And what happened next was one of the most powerful comebacks that I've ever seen. It was a privilege to watch it unfold, and I had no doubts that Amanda was going to get there. This is Amanda's story.
My name is Amanda B. I am from Plattsburgh, New York. I joined Seek to Do More because I had a health setback and I have a strong desire to conquer mountains again and to get my physical self back. I had an arrhythmia-induced cardiomyopathy. I had a huge health setback. And I was just struggling with reconnecting with my physical self. I was struggling with knowing, how to fuel my body. What should I be doing to get to where I wanted to be, which is to finish my 46er this summer. I educate myself really well, I think, and I think I'm doing the right things. And I had my own planning. My nutrition spreadsheet's been active long before I joined Seek to Do More. It's just I was not eating the right amount of calories. I was not eating the right amount of protein. I was working out, but I wasn't working out enough. I was almost afraid to push my body and get over some of these mental barriers that I had just from what I'd been through. And I was like, you know what? What's it going to hurt? I've tried so many things on my own. It's not working. So why not go to somebody who has been effective at helping athletes get up mountains? Again, because I have struggled just with getting my physical self back. It's been a very long process, and there was just this disconnect between my brain and my body. I've had, what if I do this and it doesn't work? I had reservations about that. And then it's just also the financial commitment, because that's money, for my family. And it was almost like, it feels selfish in a way, but then you're like, you got to put your mask on first. If you're not taking care of yourself, how can you pour into others? And that's just, you think it seems selfish, but when you actually start doing this program, when you do Seek to Do More and you start pouring into yourself, your mindset changes. And you're able to do even more than what you were doing before. And I'm less resentful of my relationships and pouring into others now, because I feel like I have the energy, I have the time. I've given to myself first, and now I have more time and more to give to others. Before Seek to Do More, I think I started the program at 160 pounds. I am down to 152, so I've lost a solid 8 pounds in the last 3 months. I was kind of at a plateau for probably 3 months before I joined the program. So that's definitely helped. I have more energy than I know what to do with sometimes. That's just physically, yeah. If we're talking about what I've accomplished physically, before Seek to Do More, I think I had ran a mile once or twice. I ran 6 miles last weekend without walking. And then I ran 9.4, which is my longest distance ran. I ran a 15K. I did have to walk during it, but I still, I've never tried that kind of a distance before, and I didn't die, and it wasn't awful. It wasn't my favorite, but it just shows me what is possible. Last year, I hiked Silver Lake Mountain in June. It took me 1 hour and 47 minutes to get up it. I cut that time this year by half an hour. So I'm no longer struggling to get up those steep miles that you have in the Adirondacks, which is probably what scares and intimidates me the most. I'm not struggling to get up those anymore. I was really depressed at my lowest point with my health, and just not being able to run, not being able to climb mountains. That took so much from me and what's important and what I value in my life. I'm a very I need to do physical activity kind of person. So I was very depressed, and I was still, I'm still, even though I wasn't depressed anymore, I was still struggling just to find that person that I was before, that person who wasn't afraid to go run 3 miles, who wasn't afraid to go up mountains, and who, I just didn't think I could do it. I thought that my body would fail me. And so what's biggest thing for me is now I know my body isn't going to fail me. If anything, the more I use it, the stronger it gets. And it's just crazy. Like when I think about the fact that I haven't stopped for 88 days. I haven't stopped for 88 days. I did not need a rest day. My body has not failed me. That's the biggest mental shift and gift that I could have ever had. I recommend this program to my best friend on a regular basis. Just from the whole aspect. You've got to take care of yourself first. And there are so many people out there that are not putting themselves first, that are not, they give all the excuses in the world. Well, I have this responsibility and that responsibility. I have children to take care of, a husband to take care of. But how can you take care of other people effectively when you're not taking care of yourself? So I would recommend this program to literally anybody, especially if you're interested in hiking mountains. And especially if you're just trying to reconnect with who you are physically and get yourself back. And when you feel like you're losing a bit of yourself, like I would strongly recommend this program to people who feel like they're missing part of themselves.
If Amanda's story hits home for you, if you've been feeling disconnected from your own body, your confidence is gone, or that version of yourself that you used to be that you need to get back to, this, my friends, is your moment. What you don't need to do is stay stuck. You don't need to guess your way forward. You just need the right plan, guidance, structure, and the belief in yourself that you can get there. And if you're ready to rebuild that belief, build that strength and that confidence in yourself and reclaim that identity and forge a new identity, send me a message or book a call, because your comeback will start at that exact moment that you take action. I'll see you on the call.